my name is Jacob Wolfe. I am this year's Financial Allocation Board Director with ASFLC. I am running for the executive position of President for the 18-19 academic year.
Yeah, hi, my name is Roberta Leash. I'm running for Vice President with Jacob Wolfe as my President, and I'm currently a Senator for the student government, and I transferred in fall of 2017.
Awesome. And what makes you guys qualified to represent the student body?
So personally, I've been in multiple positions where I represent the student body, such as the Summit Project, and that was a committee tasked with identifying, strengthening, and marketing FLC programs. I've been on the Institutional Fee Review Board, which is tasked with recommending fees for the college, such as mandatory fees and course-specific fees. And just yesterday, I was announced that I put on, just yesterday, I was put on the Presidential Transition Committee as the one student representative to help the new president of the college adapt and work with the students.
Right, so I just got on the Senate this semester, but since being on the Senate, I just updated the student handbook, and I'm working on the transit negotiations and doing an agreement for a new contract for the students to increase the bus services. And I'm also working with integrating non-traditional students in the campus. But I'm also on several other clubs with the Native American Outdoor Club, Real History of America's Club, and hopefully the Pi Sigma Alpha Club soon. But I think my experience too prior to here will serve the student government really well.
And what do you guys think the biggest issue facing students currently is?
I think the biggest issue personally is that students don't feel heard. We don't give them enough opportunity to voice their sentiment to the administration, and I think we could really bridge that gap with us, with our current experience, and then myself being on the Presidential Transition Committee, my biggest task will be letting the students' voice be heard, so I think we can really achieve that.
I agree with that too. I think getting the students involved more and having our presence on campus be heard so that the student voice can be heard too would be great. And to do that, I've proposed to be able to do like an RSO day where everyone's out there and face-to-face conversations are happening between the students and all the organizations on campus.
Awesome. As president, what will you do to help increase enrollment as well as retention at the fort?
Yeah, so we all know that enrollment and retention are a huge contributing factor to Fort Lewis's current state. And personally, I think we need to focus on what students want and need and what they're looking for when they enroll in college. Are they looking for the experience, the career opportunities? And I think it's a handful of all of those. So really just allowing the student's voice to be heard and implementing effective change that reflects that sentiment is huge.
What will you do to increase student involvement and participation among ASFLC?
Take that one?
Yeah, so the RSO is a thing. Like, I don't think flyers are cutting it on campus. I think there's like multiple flyers on every board, but there's no face-to-face. You don't see the RSOs, the organizations to talk to and get answers from. So I'd really like to have like a day out in the quad or something where all the RSOs are out there, giving students the opportunity to get involved. And then my first priority is to meet with every RSO that I can in the fall semester to find out what their needs and wants are.
Awesome. And what will you do to promote and support diversity here at Fort Lewis?
I think kind of like touching off what she said, just getting people together and celebrating diversity. I mean, it's great that we can identify differences among our peers, but identifying them is not bridging the gap between celebrating diversity. So just getting everyone together and recognizing that we are diverse and celebrating that.
What are you going to do on behalf of the students and their interests?
Advocate. I mean, that's what we're here for, to advocate the students' sentiment and promote their interests. We want the administration to react to what the students want, and rather than what we currently have is that the students are reacting to administration's decisions, and I think as the students being the driving force, we need to turn that around.
Okay, and last question. How will you support clubs and organizations?
So currently, that's kind of my expertise, is supporting clubs and organizations as the FAB director. I am the liaison for the almost 70 organizations on campus, and I think fiduciary responsibility is really huge, making sure that we're allocating student funds responsibly so that organizations can really spend that money in the best way possible. And like she kind of mentioned, getting everyone together so that we can collect the sentiment and convey that to the administration. Anything to add on that?
Yeah, I just think a lot of the RSOs say that they don't see the executive team enough, and my goal is to make sure that they know exactly who I am, where I'm at all times, and that we're there to help them. So vote next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Regardless of who you're voting for, vote.
Yeah.
Get involved.
And I think what really separates us is that, of course, everyone, every executive team, they want what's best for the students, and understandably, I think everyone wants what's best for the institution. But we really have the experience, the dedication, and the ability to implement effective change. So vote next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 26th through the 28th.